This campaign is our lowest ACoS campaign in this Amazon PPC account. It's not targeting keywords and it's not targeting products. This is a category targeting campaign. I'm Chris Rawlings. I'm one of the single top spenders of Amazon ads on the platform with over $4 million in monthly Amazon PPC ad spend. And you might have heard Amazon made a big change to its ad platform over the past year, and wider targeting types are performing better and better. In this video, I'm gonna break down one of these wider targeting types that's performing really well right now. Category targeting. Most people think of their Amazon ads in terms of keyword targeting to show up in search or product targeting to show up on product pages. Category targeting is a totally different targeting type that can show up either in search or on product pages by targeting a whole category or a subset of a category. We used to ignore this type of targeting in our ads, but recently it's been crushing and we've been incorporating it as a key part of our strategy, like we did on the account I shared earlier. Or on this account where, again, the category targeting campaign was our lowest ACoS campaign in the account. Category targeting is available in all three ad types: sponsored products, sponsored brands, and sponsored display. To create a category targeting campaign, it's pretty simple. You just click create campaign, and this works in any of the three ad types. You're gonna select the product that you want to advertise. Then once you get down to targeting, you're gonna select manual targeting. And then under manual targeting, you'll select product targeting. And then once you get to the product targeting section here, you have individual products and you have categories. Individual products is where you go to target specific products that you want your ad to show up on their listing. But if we go into category targeting, you'll see there's two subcategories: suggested and search. Under suggested, Amazon will give you the category that it thinks you have the best chance advertising on, and normally it's going to give you the same category that you're already in. In this case, you can see it's window, hardware, rod holders. So if that's the right category, you click add category, and then boom, you're pretty much done. But that's not the whole story. So first of all, Amazon might not give you the right category here. Sometimes there's multiple categories that you could fit into, but you're in one subnode. So to find your category, you can just go to search, and you can either search your category name and then find your category here and then add it, or you can browse through these different categories and look at all of the available categories until you find some that are most appropriate for you. So how do you choose which categories to advertise on? Well, first of all, the same category that you're in is the one that you want to start with. So for example, if this is my product, I can scroll down to the product information section and I'll see my subcategory right here under my bestseller rank. So home and kitchen is my primary category, and then single window rods, this is my subcategory. So if I wanted to advertise in this category, I'd go back, search single window rods, and then I'll see it pop up right here, and then I can add that category. But like I said before, sometimes there'll be multiple categories that your product could fit into, and you can add those as well. The best category to start with is the category that your product is already in. Once you get that campaign running and you want to juice it more, then you can start adding other categories that are very similar to the category you're in or also fit your product. But that's just the basics. There's a better way to target only the products in a certain category that you're likely to convert better than. And that is through this little button here, refine. So if I wanted to give myself a better shot of this campaign doing well, I might, instead of targeting the entire subcategory, target just a subset of that subcategory by clicking refine here. If I click this, you'll notice a box pops up and I see brand, price range, review star rating, and shipping. And these are the different filters that I can put to refine the category and make it a smaller subset of targets, hopefully that I'm more likely to convert on. So for example, if I want to only advertise on products that are higher priced than mine, I might put a minimum price of $30 per unit if mine is $25 per unit. So for people looking for a deal, if they land on a higher price listing, they'll see my ad on their listing, say, oh, this is a better deal, then click my ad and buy my product. Or I could target only products that have under a 4-star review. So anything with a 3.5 star review or a 3-star review or a 3.7 star review, I'm advertising on their listings because if I have a 4.5 star, my offer seems better to the shopper than theirs. So basically this allows you to snipe sales only from the competitors that have a worse offer than you. And sometimes they can be really cheap clicks. You could also add in non-prime eligible shipping, but that usually tightly restricts your available targets. So I'd recommend normally just keeping that all. And the thing is, you can combine these factors. So I could do only products that are both more expensive than mine and have a worse star rating than mine. But you do have to be careful with how much you limit the total available pool of targets that you can advertise on in this category. So a lot of times you could try out category targeting with both price filtering and review star rating filtering. But if you see that you're not getting enough impressions, then you could try just one or the other, or just making it less of a tight range. Now you'll notice that we skipped over this first filtering box, which is brand. And this is pretty cool. So this allows you to target an entire brand. So you're really just honing in and attacking that brand with heavy offense, going after only their listings. Now, usually if you're going to be targeting a brand, you probably won't use the filters on top of the brand because it would too tightly restrict the available targets that you have open to you. But if it's a huge brand, you could try that as well. The way to decide which brand you want to target is usually just by looking at your existing ad data. So if you find by looking through your search term reports that there are certain brands' products that you tend to perform really well on, for whatever reason, people like your offer more than theirs, and when you advertise on their listings, it works really well. This is a good way to dive into that success and really juice that orange as much as you possibly can. Once you put in your filtering criteria, you just click add, and then you have a refined category targeting campaign ready to go. Down here, you could add negative keyword or product targeting, but you're usually not going to do that when setting up the campaign. You're just going to add those negative targets as you see particular targets not working well in this campaign in the ad data afterwards. For the campaign bidding strategy, dynamic bids down only is going to be your default. For the bidding adjustments, you don't have to put any bidding adjustments in the very beginning. This is something that you'll probably test as time goes on. If you want, you could try an audience bid adjuster of 20-30% for high interest based on shopping activity. That's one that tends to work well, but not always. And then you can launch your campaign just like any product or keyword targeting campaign. Let's take a look at an example existing category targeting campaign we have going on this account, which has just been exploding recently, category targeting being one of the campaigns that's helped us to grow it. So this is our category targeting campaign here. You can see it's one of the best ACoS of all our campaigns. Let's click into it and take a look. So here we're in the campaigns. We're gonna go and click the actual ad group so that we can look at search terms and see what targets it's actually been advertising on. Now, if we order this from most sales to least sales, you can see the top 3 targets are actual products. So these are products that fit the category refining that we set up, like I showed you guys just a minute ago. But you can see the 4th one is actually a search term. Then the 5th one is another product, then another search term. And if I scroll down here, you'll see a mix of search terms and products that this ends up actually being advertised on. So for category targeting, just like product targeting or keyword targeting, Amazon can still show you on both product listings and in search results. We run an internal mastermind where we brainstorm and we problem solve and we help each other grow our portfolio of accounts. And this is something that's coming up over and over again. The category targeting is working well right now. We're incorporating it more and more into our strategy. So I would definitely recommend at least testing it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you guys. And by the way, this is a small channel. I answer all the comments, even though sometimes it takes me a little while to get to them. I do answer them eventually. So please do comment on this video. Let me know how your experiments in category targeting go, or refined category targeting. And by the way, if you're looking for someone who's competent to take over your PPC and help you grow your brand profitably, that's what I do at my company, Sophie Society. Click the link in the description of this video, sophiesociety.com, and you can apply to become a PPC partner there. And if you're still looking to master targeting in your Amazon PPC, check out this video now where I go over another wider targeting type, automatic targeting, which is also a targeting type that's been performing really, really well over the last year. So check that video out here, and I'll see you over there.